Hello, everyone, dear Trust Buildians and our working partners. Thank you for being part of this incredible team and for your hard work on this project. At Trust Build Engineering and Construction Private Limited, we're committed to providing a safe and healthy work environment for everyone. That's why we have a permit-to-work system in place. This system ensures that any high-risk construction work is carried out with the utmost care for the safety and well-being of our team members. When we're working on high-risk tasks, we'll make sure you're informed about the hazards and the precautions you need to take. We'll also take all necessary safety precautions and enforce them strictly. Our goal is to ensure that everyone goes home safely at the end of the day. Let's work together to make this project a success while keeping safety at the forefront of everything we do. Thank you. Before we begin any construction work on site, it's crucial that we clarify roles and responsibilities. You need to be officially appointed by your company as either the applicant or the safety assessor. As the applicant, you'll be the supervisor from your company who's responsible for carrying out the construction work here. You'll need to ensure that all necessary measures are in place for a safe working environment. On the other hand, as the safety assessor, you'll be responsible for evaluating whether all reasonably practicable measures have been taken to ensure the safety and health of everyone involved in the construction work. One important point to note, you can't take on both roles. You can't be both the applicant and the safety assessor. This ensures that there's a clear separation of responsibilities and that safety isn't compromised. Let's make sure we're clear on these roles before we get started. As part of our green initiative, we're going paperless with our permit-to-work system. Now that we've clarified roles and responsibilities, we need to make sure you're set up to use the system digitally. To do this, we'll need a valid company email address from you. It should be in the format of supervisor@companydomain.com. This will ensure that all our communications are streamlined and efficient. However, if your company doesn't have a company email domain and you're using a personal email account, we'll need a letter from your company acknowledging and recognizing the use of that personal email account for our permit-to-work system. This is just a formality to ensure we're covered on all ends. Let's work together to get this set up and make our process as smooth and environmentally friendly as possible. Once you've provided the necessary information to our safety department, you'll receive an email from Autodesk Construction Cloud, or ACC, with a subject heading, company name, permit-to-work application at project name. When you get this email, just follow the steps to activate your account. It's straightforward and easy to do. Once you've activated your account, you'll be all set to submit your permit-to-work application. We're looking forward to receiving it and working with you to ensure a safe and successful project. Important notices to note before proceeding with the permit-to-work process. The permit to work is issued by Trust Build Engineering and Construction Private Limited to authorize specific work activities, subject to the conditions and safety measures outlined in the document. By submitting the permit application, the responsible person acknowledges and accepts responsibility for understanding and controlling the risks associated with the work, implementing specified safety measures and mitigation strategies, complying with relevant laws, regulations, and company safety policies. Key conditions to note. Validity. The permit is valid for 1 working day only. The listed due date is not applicable. Extension. Any time extension requires a new permit application. Review and reassessment. Implemented measures must be reviewed with the applicant and safety assessor before permit extension or reissuance. Pre-task assessment. A pre-task assessment must be conducted by the applicant and safety assessor before submitting the application. Welcome to the Permit-to-Work application process overview. Let's dive into the 6 key steps involved. Step 1. Application for various types of works. You'll start by specifying the type of activity you're applying for in our workplace. Step 2. Trade applicant supervisor. The appointed trade supervisor will fill out this section. Step 3. Trade Safety Assessor Assessment. The Trade Safety Assessor will complete this section, ensuring that all safety measures are in place. Step 4. Environmental, Safety, and Health Evaluation and Review. Our appointed assessor from Trust Build Engineering and Construction Private Limited will review and evaluate the application. Step 5. management approval. The application will then be approved by management. Step 6. Permit closure. Finally, the permit will be closed by either the trade supervisor or the trade safety assessor. Important note: if we observe any high-risk construction work that poses a risk to safety, health, and welfare, we reserve the right to revoke the permit. Let's take a closer look at each of these steps to ensure a smooth and safe working process. Let's dive deeper into Step 1. When applying for a permit to work, you'll start by selecting the type of high-risk construction work from a drop-down list in Section 1.1. This list is based on the workplace safety and health construction regulations, and the definition for each type of work will be displayed once you make a selection. If you select task-specific work, you'll need to provide more details in Section 1.2. This is because task-specific work can vary widely, from painting activities to hot work activities, and each requires unique safety protocols. By specifying the exact type of work activity you'll be carrying out, we can ensure that the necessary safety measures are in place. This helps to prevent accidents and ensures a smooth and safe working process. Let us take a closer look at Step 2. In Section 2.1, you will need to specify the location where your work will be carried out. Since each workplace is unique, it is essential to obtain the preset locations from the safety department. This ensures that we have a common understanding of the location where you will be working. When filling out the section, you will notice that your information is populated in the drop-down list based on the details you provided earlier. Due to the Personal Data Protection Act, the system will only display non-sensitive data, and it will only be accessible to your colleagues within your organization. Let's break down Step 3. Section 3.1. Significant risks and risk level. Identify significant risks associated with the work based on the completed risk assessment. Specify the risk level for each identified risk. Section 3.2. Mitigation measures. Describe the mitigation measures outlined in the risk assessment. Insert photos. Multiple photos can be added as needed of the implemented measures. By providing this information, the applicant safety assessor can demonstrate that risks have been properly assessed and mitigated, ensuring a safer working environment. Building on the previous steps, we have created an example risk assessment for Step 3, Hazards Identification and Risks Assessment, focusing on painting activities with high ceilings. Risks identified: falls from height causing injury or death, exposure to paint fumes and splashes causing health issues, environmental pollution from paint spills or waste, control measures, elimination, using extended poles to paint ceilings and high areas, substitution. Using robotic painting machines, though costly, may not be feasible for small quantities. Engineering control. Installing scaffolding or platforms for safe working areas. Improved ventilation systems to reduce paint fume exposure. Administrative control. Developing procedures for painting with regular breaks and safety checks. Regular training for workers on working at height and paint handling. Proper disposal of paint waste and materials. Personal protective equipment. Providing respirators, gloves, and safety glasses. This example illustrates a comprehensive approach to risk assessment and control measures for painting activities with high ceilings. By following this framework, workers can minimize risks and ensure a safer working environment. Let's break down Step 4. The permit to work will be evaluated by a trust-built environmental, safety, and health assessor, who may be a safety coordinator or safety officer for the project worksite. The assessor acknowledges that the risk assessment and safety measures may not be exhaustive. The inspection may not be comprehensive due to time constraints. A workplace personnel, the applicants, are responsible for exercising independent judgment to ensure EHA standards. The assessor will indicate one of two possible outcomes. Satisfactory: the permit meets the required standards. Unsatisfactory: the permit does not meet the required standards. This evaluation step ensures that the permit holder has adequately assessed and mitigated risks, and that the work can proceed safely. In Step 5, Management Approval. The project manager or appointed assignee reviews and acknowledges the inspection done by the Environmental, Safety, and Health (ESH) assessor. The ESH assessor has confirmed that the site conditions and control measures, based on the applicant's mitigation measures, are satisfactory. This step ensures that the project manager or assignee is aware of and agrees with the safety measures in place before work proceeds. Let's break down Step 6, Permit Closure and Revocation. Permit Closure. 1. The applicant or applicant's ESH assessor is responsible for closing the permit upon completion of work. 2. When submitting the closure permit, the applicant must confirm a work area completion. Housekeeping done. This ensures the area is left clean and safe for the next user. Revocation of permit. 1. Trust Build Management or the ESH team can cancel the permit due to non-compliance, unsafe acts, hazardous practices. 2. Permit revocation may result in administrative penalties and/or fines. This step emphasizes the importance of maintaining a safe and clean work environment and adhering to regulations to avoid permit revocation and potential penalties. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our overview of the Permit to Work application process. We have walked through the 6 essential steps, from preparation to permit closure, highlighting the importance of safety, risk assessment, and compliance. By following this structured process, we can ensure a safer working environment for everyone involved. We would like to thank you for your attention, and we are confident that this understanding will contribute to our collective efforts in maintaining a safe and responsible workplace. Thank you.